my name is Cena Beck, and do you that I'm over another planet? Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring that little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And yesterday was International Women's Day, and hilarity ensued. I mean, I think that's the best way to describe it. Hilarity genuinely ensued. They had all the stunning and brave women behind and in front of the camera of Doctor Who, although not so much. They're all like people who worked on like the escape room and things like that. They're really, scraping the bottom of the barrel. But they're all talking about how wonderful they were and how wonderful it is that Doctor Who's been opened up to women. It wasn't really closed before, but been opened up to women, and they just ignored that the result of opening up to women was that women, along with everybody else, ran from it, has been run from it, like a man running from a lion, like a person running from a lion. Yeah, I have to tell you, if you're ever in the jungle with me, I don't know how we get there, and you hear a lion roar, you're probably safe. You're probably safe, because I'm not even going to run. I'm like, yeah, look, you're going to outrun me. I guess I'm lion food, okay? That's pretty much how it's going to go down. Anyway, so amongst that hilarity, we got an article out of it from Jo Martin saying that she would really quite like to go back to Doctor Who, which is interesting, because she's not really been like that up until now. She seemed to be like, look, it was a day job, okay, I'm done, move on, and didn't seem to have any real connection to the role whatsoever. So I'm intrigued to know if she's changed her mind or if she's just trying to sound, right on. Right on, baby. Before we get there, can you hit the like button? That'll be freaking awesome. And again, I say this quite often, even if you don't like it, hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. I'm getting up to 2,900 subscribers. Thank you. I mean, honestly, genuinely thank you. But YouTube are being, being a bit of a bitch. I would say a bit of a bitch. Every day my subscribers go up like about 10, and then they take them down by about 12. I have to actively work on, increasing my subscribers to outpace YouTube. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment. Comment is always wonderful. Comment is wonderful. You can put something like, "Oh, Rabbi, you are a radiant beam of sunshine and hope. You are hope for the future and the past." You could. I always wondered why they called Jodie Whittaker's Doctor so hopeful. I have no hope. They always go with, "Oh, she's so hopeful." What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. So anyway, yeah, so like, share, subscribe, comment, all that stuff is good. I am trying to monetize my channel, and I'm actually trying to do it in a way which you guys might actually like. I'm not doing memberships, but I'm offering something that I think has genuine value. My comic books, which I'm very happy with, and they're doing pretty well. We just smashed through a stretch goal, which means one of the books, Imperium, a love letter to tele-fantasy of the 1960s, has just been increased by 5 more story pages. And it was already a big book. It was 100 pages long. Now it's going to be a bit longer. Biblical is 220 pages. That's 180 page of sorry. No, just go click the video link there and check it out. If it's for you, awesome, absolutely awesome. There's still, I think, 20 left on the sale price, and then it goes up to $45 for both comics. But wait, and I've always wanted to say this. I can't believe I'm actually having to legitimately say this. But wait, there's more. What more could there be? Well, firstly, we're adding in when I hit $8,000, and I think we're going to hit $8,000. We're going to add in this poster, which was done by mistake by Imperial artist Dominic Racho. Fantastic bohemian in time and space. And I said on my live stream on Thursday, if we get one more backer, I am going to commission a sister poster for this. That will go along with it, with a bit of another temporal time theme. So here it is. It's done already. Freaking awesome. This will be going in as well to the. I think I'm going to hit $12,000 for that. But we're going to do it. we're going to do it. Just join me on this journey. So you get these two, but they're A3. They're really big. They're really big posters. And tonight, I'm going to say if we get one more backer, I'm doing a live stream. If we get one more backer tonight, I'll commission a Pertwee one, and we'll just keep doing. We'll keep going backwards and forwards. So you get the posters. You also get for the male gaze cards, for highly tasteful cards, designed for the normative male, his gaze. Something that's quite malign. So we got this one, of course. No hanky panky in the TARDIS. If you're not new to my channel, you know of my obsession. There we have keeping the British End up. We have Was it Don't Even Think It's Citizen? Do Not Even Think It's Citizen. We have Party Like It's 1999. Down, 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 down. We got that, and now we just added the 5th one. It's I'm sensing extreme emotions, Captain. I am sensing extreme emotions, Captain. When we hit 10 grand, and again we're going to do it. We're going to add another 5 of these cards. So again, go and check it out. If it's for you, awesome. If it's not for you, that is totally cool. If you could share it, that'd be really nice. That would be really nice. Man, if it's for you and you buy it and you like it and you want to share it, you can do that too. You know, I give you permission for that. Fine. So let's have a look at this article. Where over here, I could have gone to Screen Rant. I could have gone to Radio Times. I've been a bit Screen Rant heavier late, so I think Radio Times. Radio Times is going to get our attention. Doctor Who's Jo Martin wants a return or a spin-off for her Fugitive Doctor. Now, you know, how do I feel about Doctor Ruth? Not really great. She's way better than Jodie Whittaker. She was much better than Jodie Whittaker on screen. But that doesn't make her good. You know, it's like Goebbels was probably slightly better than the Chancellor of the Third Reich National Socialist from the 1930s. Probably a bit better. Doesn't speak volumes for his character. Same way, listen, if you have Jodie Whittaker as your wingman, you're gonna seem better. And listen, if you like Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who, God bless you. I don't know. I think she's been just abysmal in that. It's absolutely abysmal in the role, and in the role that has abysmal scripts to go with it. That went on with it. So she was slightly better. But she is right that a spin-off would have been so much better. Like, if you want to have feminine action adventure sci-fi drama, it's something that I feel should be made from the ground up, from the DNA up. And the Doctor Who had so much potential for female-led female-led spin-off. Best example I can think of that's really worked is Big Finish's Bernie Summerfield range. It feels feminine, again, because it's part of the DNA. So a spin-off would have worked well. You had the Paternoster gang they could have done. You had Alicida and Clara Ventures. They're just set up, ready to go. All of which would have done much better than this current Doctor. And then you could have had 20 weeks of 2 production teams, and you could have 20 weeks of content that I think HBO Max would be really happy for, right? I think it just would have worked better, but no, it wasn't about entertaining people. It was about influencing people, and they did it very badly, and it influenced them to leave. But anyway, but a spin-off, I actually would have preferred. And I don't think I'll be. They're not making a spin-off. Listen, they're barely making Doctor Who. They're not. It's not doing well enough for a spin-off. Speaking of RadioTimes.com, on International Women's Day, the actor speculated about her future in the Whoniverse. Chris, get me a spin-off, she says. Listen, I think if all you got to do is say it, and it will come. My bloody hell! That just blew my mind. There are 2 people it took to write this article: Hugh Fullerton and Helen Daly. It really. 2 of you? It took 2 of you to squeeze this out? That's a bit sad. It's a bit sad, a bit pathetic. How did you write each other word? Or how did you do? Okay, color me intrigued. Let's read the article. Jo Martin has turned the Doctor Who universe upside down in 2020. No, well, she didn't. I mean, she was the focal point of it. It was Chibnall that did it, actually. With the Holby City star essentially revealed as a secret former incarnation of the Doctor in the 12th series 5th episode. Blimey, that's this guy likes math. The 12th series 5th episode. Yeah, listen, she is destined to be the Teletubby Dalek. The ones that we are never going to see or speak of again. She is destined to be I'm half human on my mother's side. Something that we're never going to reference ever again. Especially after this abomination of an era ends speedily in our days. Bring back good Doctor Who, and honestly, speaking of somebody who was on board for a female Doctor, they really screwed the pooch with me. They really screwed it up. I'm much more close-minded to it now than I was before Jodie Whittaker, because it's been awful. Because it's not been very good. Since then, Martin has become a fan favourite. Tom Baker's a fan favourite. It's like, Jo Martin. I mean, I'll put it this way. You're at a Doctor Who convention. You have Tom Baker, you have Peter Capaldi, and you have Joe Martin sitting there. Two people, signing autographs. Two people are going to have very, very, very long lines. One person going to have a lot of time on their hands. I'll leave you to guess, who that could possibly be. One of these things is not like the other. And the difference is she's not that popular. She is not a fan favorite. With many Whovians desperate to see her again. No one's desperate, right? No one's going, I just need more Dr. Joe. I got to have more Dr. Ruth. Help me. No one's doing that. That's not happening. You're insane. Whoever you wrote this, Hugh Fullerton or Helen Daly, whichever one of you wrote this nonsense, you're insane. And look, generally speaking, they thought that this would be an incredibly successful era of Doctor Who. But it's just not. It's this denial of gender, which really is at the heart of it. You take something that's aimed at boys and make it for girls. It's not as popular. Even with Doctor Who, I mean, Big Finish, who are very good at making. I think they're the brand leaders for Doctor Who right now. They're very good at making Doctor Who. They for the last couple of years they did a release on the 8th of March called the 8th of March to celebrate International Women's Day. Not one this year, strangely enough. So I would posit that people aren't desperate, for this type of entertainment. I think that's an expression of an incredible economy, which is now a thing of the past. An incredible economy. People will see like, oh look, there's a very like feminist Doctor Who release, and I want to feel good about myself, so I'm gonna buy that, right? That's the first luxury to go. That's the first luxury, and it's gone, and it's very indicative that this stuff just doesn't bloody work. So she's not becoming a fan player. No one's desperate again. And speaking exclusively to the Radio Times for International Women's Day, it's not exclusive if nobody else wants to talk to you, right? That's not an exclusive. That just means no one is listening. Martin said she was hoping she'll play the first black doctor. Oh God, I hate it. The first black female doctor at least once more. I will be amazed if she doesn't. I will be amazed if she doesn't like turn up like for a cameo or something. Although I'll be honest with you, I'm still amazed at the stupidity of scriptwriting. The fans of this era, they really like Fugitive of the Judoon, and the Judoon, in their defense, were written better than most. I think Chibnall actually, what was it, Vinay Patel, who I don't like at all, kind of nailed the Judoon. They weren't bad at all. But if the Doctor finds another missing Doctor, right, that they never heard of, and at the end, do you think that she can go, oh, Tara, see you later? Or do you think they're going to solve the mystery? Well, most other Doctors will solve the mystery because they got a deeply intelligent, piercing, scientific mind. The other Doctor's Jodie Whittaker. So, no, not so much. Jodie Whittaker, as written by Christian, no, not so much. Of course, Martin said when asked if she'll return to BBC. Oh, that's different. He's not going, hey, I want to come back. Since he just asked, do you want to come back? And she goes, yeah, I'll take the money, I'll take the job. What's not to like about it? I absolutely love it. And they got John Bishop now, haven't they? I'm a big fan of his. I want a scene with him. I've never seen anything he's ever done. I'm kind of intrigued. And he seems so excited to be in Doctor Who. And I feel everybody feels excited to be in this era of Doctor Who. I feel genuinely bad for. I feel bad for Sacha Dhawan. I feel bad for John Bishop. Oh, John Bishop! Like he said, yeah, I'm turning this down, and then all the clubs closed down, so he couldn't perform anywhere. It's like, I'll take that job. Chibnall, you still desperate? And Chibnall's like, yes, I'm still desperate. Please help me. No one's wanting to sew. I wonder as Chibnall was writing The Timeless Children, he's like, do I have the white? Do I have the white? Oh, so many things could be better for a white male doctor. No, he didn't have that conversation with himself. She added, I think there's so much more story. Well, there is, because Chibnall's a terrible writer, and he just left it like dangling with no resolution. So much more story, and they set what they set up opens up the world that we've not fully explored with Doctor Who yet. Yeah, Doctor Who, one of the most open formats in the history of television production, right? In the history, like, you could make any genre, anywhere, time and space, doesn't matter. There are no bounds to it whatsoever. No, let's open that up. It's a bit restrictive. It's not restrictive. It's just you're bonkers, and you think if you're a black person, you're not going to be interested in watching somebody who's not a black person. Honestly. I stopped worrying about the identity politics in front of the camera. If you really want to worry about identity politics, worry about it behind the camera, right? Worry about it behind the camera, and then actually you might actually get some real diversity, as long as the person who whose identity has been favored by is chosen isn't part of this like bizarre cult that lives by identity and not by talent, right? Let's have them make something good. Yeah, and it'll go well. And you don't want to waste that costume. That's the reason I didn't like her doctor. Her costume didn't feel natural to her. It didn't feel like I'm gonna put this on and this is how I'm gonna. It didn't feel like the character would wear that. It felt restrictive. I understand they wanted to go old school, and I like the bit of the African colours built into there. Nice, but the realization of it didn't really work. That costume, it's a real waste of costume because it's so swaggy. Okay, swaggery maybe? No, swaggy, as they say. So I think the costume needs to be worn again. By me, she said, like quite specifically, by me. If there isn't space for Fusing the Doctor in the next series, well, Martin has a picture of showrunner Chris Chibnall. Why would she want him to write it? Why not? Listen, why not get Paul Cornell, douchebag extraordinaire, Paul Cornell to write it, who happens to be a very good Doctor Who writer? Why not see it in her own brand new Doctor Who spin-off? If Big Finish were ever to do Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who, which I doubt they would do, this is probably the first thing they would go to. I think it's the thing that stands the best chance of selling, and it stands not a good chance of selling. You can have a world of different spin-offs and things happening, and they're all part of the same world, like Marvel. Oh, really? Oh, so you could do a shared universe. That's clever of you. How long did it take you to think that up? Oh, right after you saw the Marvel movies. Okay, very good. Chris, get me a spin-off. I'm ready. I'm looking for work. It's been a bad year, 2020. Nobody's filming anything. But I would love to return. Let's see what the future holds. Never say never. I can't imagine she's never coming back. But then again, Chibnall's a moron, right? Chibnall is an utter moron. Who knows? Who knows what he could possibly be thinking up? I mean, I'm quite busy at the moment. Yeah, okay, you don't sound too desperate. But if Doctor Who calls, I'll tell you, I'll be there in a jiffy. Yeah, we always used to laugh when I was a young whippersnapper in my teens. They bought a new brand of condom out called Jiffies. I'll get my Spanx on. Yeah, it looks like you have to wear Spanx to fit in that costume, right? That's the thing. It looks like, most people, they don't find that a normative, comfortable experience, right? I'll get my Spanx on. Oh my God, how much longer does this go on for? We'll keep going, people. We'll keep going. Once upon a time, Martin would never have believed playing a female doctor was an option for her. And in our International Women's Day interview, she revealed that even after casting a Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor, she didn't see it as something she would be considered for. Okay, look, honestly, it's something that Jodie Whittaker should have been considered for. You weren't bad compared to Jodie Whittaker. I just thought, number one, the tokenism thing will happen. Where you go, we will have one female doctor just to keep us happy, and then and the little ladies will quieten down, and we can go back to our real Doctor Who male figure. Martin told Radio Times, what's wrong with there being a male character? Like, what is your resistance to that? And again, I thought a female Doctor Who would work. I really did. I thought it could have worked. I thought it should have worked. But there's a lot of people I know who just think, after watching Jodie Whittaker, think this is a male character. And Philip Hitchcliffe did say it's like the quintessential English gentleman. And I think you can do that with a female performer, right? But why does everything have to be gender fluid? You do understand that the amount of people, the percentage of people who are gender fluid in reality is infinitesimal, right? There are less gender fluid people than one-legged banjo players, right? That's not many. That's not many. And okay, I believe gender fluid people exist. They do exist. I also believe one-legged banjo players exist, but it's not like they are a potent force in the world. So part of me feels like she might be the only one for a long while. It has failed. What do you want me to tell you? It has dismally failed. Because they feel like that's enough for us. No, if it works, if something's successful, they'll do it more and more and more. If something's not successful, it can only continue if it's being run by a gender, right? So it's being run by a gender, isn't it? Being run by a gender. That happens with a lot of black actors. Yeah, listen, honestly, and you have me at a disadvantage because I'm somebody who doesn't really understand racism. I don't understand the idea of saying that person is intrinsically less capable of doing X, Y, or Z because of their skin color. I really don't. I certainly don't understand animosity towards somebody because of their skin color. I genuinely do not. But the entertainment industry, they totally feel that way. They are big racists there. But Joe, I have to tell you, that's the entertainment industry who are basically full of scummy, terrible people. Normal people, like the British public, like the Western world, they're not very racist at all. In fact, I would say that it's the least racist environment the world has ever seen. That's given us that happens a lot with black actors. They give it to one and that's enough, and you can all run along now. It's all done and dusted. Well, I think having a black president did kind of show that we have an egalitarian world, right? I mean, I hate to tell you, it was kind of an indication of it, and you did get one. I maybe have another one, but I think it's like Kamala Harris. They say she's black, but she looks like whatever. But she's going to be president in the next few weeks, isn't she? I mean, it does seem like they're prepping a transition. So you could have two. There you go. So to bring another woman on, I was like, what's the odds what's the odds it's going to be me, a black woman, a middle-aged black woman? Well, there were pretty good odds, seeing as it was written in the script it was a black woman. So you had that going in your favor. Can you believe that he actually wrote the skin color in the script? Like, how disgusting! Like, just how disgusting. Which is also pretty key. Hats off to them. She continued. I mean, they set the standard. It's not been a high standard. Yes, they have. They set the standard. They have absolutely set the standard. Okay, we're saying the same thing. We're agreeing. They've absolutely set the standard. Even if you're going to cast a woman or even a black woman, again, nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. You'll think they'll get a youngster because you become invisible again after a certain age. Listen, your roles change. The roles do change. And again, the entertainment industry is intrinsically bigoted in many ways. Once we're past 40, we're supposed to disappear again, aren't we? Listen, stop whining. Stop whining. Nobody at any stage of life has it easy. I mean, very few people. Stop whining, which is this what it sells like. Yeah, you don't get young, sexy roles anymore. You're absolutely right. People like looking at young, attractive people. That is correct. Don't tell me British television has no character roles that could employ you, and there's no theatre, or you can't find work because of your age. That's not the case. You can't find work because acting is a highly competitive profession, which you're doing pretty well at. So stop with your freaking complaining. We're not flashing our chests or doing bum shots and being the girlfriend or the wife or being boring. You could just be. You could just be a person. I want to tell you. Look, here's the thing, though. When people make TV shows based on identity, they're normally not very good. They're normally boring. And you're just saying, well, I'm an older black woman, so they should have TV shows about me. Yeah, but then TV shows need to be entertaining. They can't just be, it's my turn now, which is what essentially I think you're saying. So for them to give a woman like me, I think it's just groundbreaking. That's why they gave you the role. not to be groundbreaking, not to not to do anything to change the status quo, but to get the plaudits for trying to do it when they really don't care about the issue at hand, which I guess is racism, which is, I guess, confined to the entertainment industry mostly, isn't it? I mean, that's really where most racists live. Like, you all kowtow to China, which is a pretty racist place, isn't it? I mean, do you remember Finn from Star Wars, how they kind of erased him from the Star Wars trilogy on the poster? Yeah. So listen, here's the thing. I agree with you. I agree there's prejudice out there, but stop whining, for God's sake. Some of them give one like me, and I think everyone needs to have a look, and let's move on, because you're wasting so much talent. What a waste. Again, are the shows that you are being cast, or anybody being casting for their identity, any good? The public says no. Mostly the public says no. And it's not like you can't have, things that are woke, that are bad. I mean, what was it? Nick Briggs, who I quite like Nick Briggs' work. He did an original sci-fi thing called Human Frontier. And there were just tons of very, very woke tropes all the way through it. Like, all the way through it. To me, it didn't feel that way at all. It just felt like somebody telling a story, telling a good story, because I don't think he was writing from identity, but he was writing a story, and I think he actually wanted to tell, tell the story from the viewpoint of women or men, or like people, right? But it wasn't just we've got to have tokenism, because that's all it is. That's all it is. When you consider how much sci-fi there is there, oh my goodness, and how little role women have in it. Let me ask you. In female-led dramas, men don't really have much of a voice in it, right? Yeah, I watch my wife watch many TV shows. That I wouldn't watch in a million years. I wouldn't watch in an absolute million years. They seem atrocious, but they're not for me. They're not for me. It's exactly. Sci-fi action adventure normally skews masculine, and that's just a reality. Again, you want female-led sci-fi drama? I'm fine with it. Make some. Don't try and change something that's intrinsic, that the DNA of it is not that. Which I think is what you did with Doctor Who. And again, you could have made it work, but you're too busy lecturing and making a point. And it's always in conjunction with a man's story. Yes, because it's basically a male-driven genre. To be 100% clear, there is not to say there aren't women who like science fiction. Obviously there are. But it's still, they like the male-driven genre of science fiction. They don't like, they generally don't. Nobody likes this weird bastardization that you morons are insisting on putting together over and over again. I'm sorry, the demographics are in, the ratings are in. It's a failure. Yeah, it's not because we don't like your gender. We don't like that. It's not that we don't like your skin color. No, we don't like the boring pap you keep churning out over and over again. It's always in conjunction with a man's story and a man's journey. And I've had enough of that. You're not the audience, okay? If you were representative of the viewing public, fine, but you're not. And I think the viewing public has had enough of the garbage you keep trying to shovel down our throats. I want our story. Let us lead some of these shows. Then go make them. Go make them and try and make them work. Don't cry when they don't work. And if you can make them work, great, good for you. Nobody minds. Come on, it's time. Let's open it up, because it's a far richer for everyone. Let's just let the marketplace decide, shall we? Let's decide what the marketplace wants. Stop forcing garbage down the throat. And if some of those shows happen to feature a Fugitive Doctor spin-off, somehow I don't think anyone would mind. I don't think anybody would watch, really. I don't think anyone will watch. I really, genuinely do not. So there we go. Dr. Joe, I think I'd rather have the Dr. Ruth show. Quite frankly, the one from the thumbnail. Yeah, sex. Maybe you've never seen Dr. Ruth. Go look her up on YouTube. She's it's fun to watch. It's fun. She's a small little European Jewish lady talking very, very frankly about the joys of sex. My name is Elon Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to check out my Indiegogo. Let's have a look at that Capaldi poster again, because I think it was pretty darn good. I do like it. Let's have a look at the Capaldi poster again. Like, share, subscribe. We'll have a quick look at this one as well. Yeah, it all looks pretty darn good. Go check it out and have yourselves a fantastic day.